Namaste friends, welcome back to my channel. Friends, in today's video we are going to make this beautiful dangler, the long dangler. You can see the size, and I have named this beautiful dangler as vintage teardrop earring. As you can see, I have done this filigree work on the top of it, and it is giving a look of that vintage jewelry. So here I have named it as vintage teardrop earring. I have already made this earring in few colorways. This one, which I'm showing you right now, is in ruby red color. You can see this. And then I have made this in contrast colors in green, emerald green, and pink color. Then I have made this in again in contrast in black and maroon color. And in this video, we are going to make this earring in green color. Friends, for making our vintage teardrop earring in green color, we would need these 11 O's. Here I'm using Toho Silver Line Olivine 11 O's. Then the other 11 O's are Toho Permanent Finish Galvanized Starlight 11 O's. Then here I'm using these 15 O's. These are Miyuki Duracoat Galvanized Gold 15 O's. Friends, here I'll be using these small beads. These are 2 mm beads in emerald green color. You can also use 2 mm fire polish beads in place of these beads. And then I'm using these 3 mm hydrospherical beads again in emerald green color, or you can say in dark green color. In place, if you don't have these spherical beads, these 3 mm spherical beads, you can also use 3 mm pearls in place of these beads. Then I'll be working with Miyuki thread and size 12 beading needle. So let's get started. Friends, we would make our vintage teardrop dangler in 3 parts. The first one is this earpost stud that I have shown you in my previous video that I named as Bicon stud earring or Nakshatra version 2 earring. I'm using that same earring as the earpost for my vintage teardrop dangler earring. Then the second one would be this teardrop shape, and third one would be this filigree work that I have done on the top of this teardrop. Friends, here I have already made this earpost stud, and I will drop the link in the description box for this earring and also share it in the I box on the top of the video. So please check it out and make this earpost stud. Now after making our earpost stud, we are going to make a teardrop, and for making a teardrop we are going to use beauty stitch. Here we are going to make a bigger teardrop, so I have used 52 11 O's, but the first 11 O here would be my Toho Starlight 11 O, or in a different color, that is in gold color. The rest of the 11 O's are in the base color in which I am going to make my earring. Here this first 11 O is in Toho Starlight color, and then the rest 51 11 O's are in Toho Silver Line Olivine color. Now let us count our 11 O's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, and the 2 52. So here I have 52 11 O's, and now I will bring all these 11 O's down till the end of my thread like this. And now I'm going to tie a double knot like this. And this is our ring. Now I will pass through all these 11 O's and bring in this tail in between these 11 O's. Like this. And into this olivine green 11 O just before the 11 O gold, like this. Now, as I have reached this last olivine green, and now I'm going to pick up two 11 O starlight and pass through. Here I'm skipping this 11 O starlight and I'm passing through this next 11 O olivine like this, and allowing these two 11 O's to sit on this single 11 O starlight like this. And now we are going to start our peyote stitch. This was our first row of peyote and now our second. So for this I am picking up one 11 O olivine, and as I am exiting through this first one, I will skip the second one and pass through the third one as we do in our peyote stitch like this. You can see our olivine green is sitting on the one that I skipped in between. Again picking up one 11 O olivine, and here I'm exiting through this one. I will skip the next one and pass through the third one like this. Again picking up one 11 O olivine green, skipping the next one and passing through the third one like this. Again picking up one 11 O olivine green, and here skipping this one and passing through the next one. So this is our second row of peyote in which we added the two 11 O starlight on the top of our first 11 O starlight, and then single 11 O's on top of the 11 O olivine, and we would be doing this till the end of this row. Now here we have completed our second row, and here you can see that our ring has started taking the shape of a teardrop, and after adding this last 11 O olivine, right now I'm exiting through this 11 O olivine, and now I'm going to step up into the first 11 O starlight like this. Now pick up two 11 O starlight and pass through this next 11 O starlight. Allow them to sit as it does in our herringbone stitch. Now, this is our third row of peyote after adding this pair of 11 O starlight. Right now you can see that I'm exiting through this 11 O starlight, and now for rest of the spaces we are going to add 11 O olivine. Now here in our third row we are going to follow a pattern. Here we are going to add 8 11 O olivine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 11 O single olivine. So here we are going to add single 11 rows as we already always does, and then 2 11 rows, 1 2, and then 1 1 1 1, 4 single 11 rows, then again 2 11 rows, 1 11 row, then 2 11 row, and then rest 8 11 rows, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 11 rows. So let's start. So first of all we are going to add single 8 11 rows. So this is our first 11 row, second, third single 11 row, fourth single 11 row, fifth single 11 row, sixth single 11 row, seventh single 11 row, eighth single 11 row. Now after adding these 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 single 11 rows, now I'm going to add a pair of 11 rows. So here I have picked up 2 11 rows like this, 2 11 rows. Now again single 11 row, again a pair of 11 rows, 2 11 rows together. So here we added 2, 1 and 2, and then 4 single 11 rows. So this is our first single 11 row, second single 11 row, third single 11 row, and fourth single 11 row. So here we added 1, 2, 3, 4 single 11 rows. Now again a pair of 11 rows, single 11 row, then again pair of 11 rows, so here we added one pair, single and then pair of 11 rows, and now 8 single 11 rows. First single 11 row, second single 11 row, third single 11 row, fourth single 11 row, fifth single 11 row, sixth single 11 row, seventh single 11 row, and eighth single 11 row, and into the 11 row starlight like this. And here you can see the shape after completing this round. And now I'm going to step up into the first pair of 11 rows, 11 row starlight that we added on the top. And now, so this was our third row, and now we are going to start our fourth row. For this, I'm picking up two 11 row starlight and pass through this next 11 row starlight, the adjacent one, allow it to sit. So we have started our fourth row by adding the pair of 11O starlight on the top of it, and now we would be adding our 2 mm beads in this row. 2 mm emerald green beads, but our first green bead would be our 11O, and here I have already picked it up, and now I'm passing through this next 11O olivine. So this is our first bead, green bead, and now we are going to add our 2 mm beads. So here in this row we are going to add our 2 mm beads like this. Now in this row, that is our fourth row, we are going to add these 2 mm beads, and we would be adding these beads, these single beads like this. Now here you can see that we have reached this pair of 11 O's. So here I have picked up this 2 mm bead, and I will pass through this pair, the two 11 O's that we added in the last round together. And now again picking up one 2 mm bead and passing through this next single 11 O. Again picking up one 2 mm bead and passing through this pair of 11 O's that we added in the last round. And now here we have reached the bottom. On the bottom you can see we need to add 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 2 mm beads. Now here we are going to add 1, 2, 2 mm beads. Then here we are going to add the pair of 11 O's, and then again 2 2 mm beads. So here I am adding my first 2 mm bead, second 2 mm bead. Now we have reached the center, and now I'm going to pick up two 11 O's, and I'm adding these two 11 O's here. And now I'm going to add two 2 mm beads, 1 and 2, and now we are going to add single 2 mm beads till we reach this last 11 O here. As we did on this side, we are going to complete this side and come back. Now here I am adding my last 2 mm bead, and now I'm picking up one 11 O olivine, and I will pass through this 11 O starlight like this. And you can see this is the look after completing this round. And now I'm stepping up into the pair of 11 O starlight that we added. So I have just passed through the first 11 O starlight. Now again I'm picking up the pair of 11 O starlight and passing through this next 11 O starlight like this. And now in this round we are going to add 11 O starlight all through this round. So this is our fifth row, and I have picked up one 11 O starlight, and I'm passing through this next 11 O olivine. Again picking up one 11 O starlight and passing through this next 2 mm bead. Picking up one 11 O starlight, passing through this next 11 O, the next 2 mm bead. Again picking up one 11 O starlight and passing through the next 2 mm bead. So here I'm going to add these 11 starlight all through this round. Now friends, here we have reached this pair of 11 olivine. So on the top of it again we are going to add the pair of 11 starlight. So I have picked up this pair and I'm going to pass through this next 11 green. This way I'm going to add this pair of 11 starlight. Now on the top of the single 11 I'm adding this single 11 again a pair of 11 on the top of this 11 olivine like this. Now single 11 on the top of this single 11 olivine, and now pick up one 11 starlight, and now I'm going to pass through the two 11s together like this. Again picking up one single 11 and pass through this next 2 mm bead. Again single 11 on the top of the single 11. Now picking up the pair of 11s and I'm going to add this on the pair of 11 olivine. Again picking up single 11, passing through this next. Now picking up the pair of 11s and passing through this next 11, sorry, the 2 mm bead. And now we have all these single 11s. So we are going to add single 11 starlight on the top of it. So I'm going to add single 11s as I did here and come back. Now here I'm adding my last 11 starlight and into this 11 starlight, and this is the look after completing this round. And now stepping up into the first 11 starlight of the pair that I added. Now this is our 6th row, and now here we have to end this. So here I'm picking up one 11 and I'm going to pass through this. I'm not picking up the pair, only the single 11 and pass through this next 11 like this. This is the tip of a teardrop. Now this is our 6th round and we are going to add our green beads after adding this first 11 starlight, and we are going to add our green beads, our 3 type of green beads in this round in the pattern. First we are going to add 2 11s. So here 1 2 11 olivine, then 7 2 mm beads, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, then 11 3 mm beads, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and 11, and then again 7 2 mm beads and then 2 11 olivine. So let's start by adding 2 11 olivine. So this is our first 11. Now our second 11 olivine. Now I'm going to add my 2 mm beads, my first 2 mm bead like this, second 2 mm bead, so like this I'm going to add in all 7 2 mm beads. I have added 2, I'll be adding 5 more and come back. Now after adding 7 2 mm beads, I'm picking up my 3 mm pearls or 3 mm spherical beads and passing through this pair of 11. This is my first 3 mm spherical bead. second 3 mm spherical bead, third 3 mm spherical bead, fourth 3 mm spherical bead, fifth 3 mm spherical bead, and sixth. Here you can see I'm adding it on the top of this pair of 11 olivine, and this way I'm going to add in all 11 3 mm beads and come back. Now here I have added 11 3 mm spherical beads, and now I'm going to add 7 2 mm spherical beads. This is my first 2 mm bead on this side, and I would be adding these 2 mm beads as I did here, and then at the end 2 11 just in the same pattern as I did on this side. So here I have added 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 2 mm spherical beads, and now I'm going to add 2 11 my first 11 and the second 11 like this. And after completing this round, this is the look of our teardrop. Now we have to create the back side of our teardrop. So here I'm stepping up into this first 11 and going down into these 4 11 starlight like this, into this 11 olivine green, into this 11 olivine, and now after passing through this 11 olivine, back into this 11 olivine on the top of it. And now we are going to start our first round for our back side. And for this, I'm picking up one 11 olivine and I'm passing through this 11 starlight like this. Again, picking up one 11 olivine and passing through this next 11 olivine. Again, picking up one 11 olivine and passing through this next 11 olivine. This is our first round for the back side. Again, picking up one 11 olivine and passing through the next 11 olivine, and this way I'm going to add these 11 olivine all through this round till I reach this last 11 here. Now here I'm adding my last 11 olivine of this round like this. So this is our first round on the back side, and this is the look after adding these 11 O's in our first round on the back. And now I'm stepping up into the first 11 olivine that I added in this round. Now after stepping up into this first olivine, I am going to add 11 starlight as we did here to make the tip. So for this I am picking up 2 11 starlight and pass through this next 11 olivine like this, and this is our second round. So I am adding these 11 O's like this, single 11 O's in between the 11 O's that we added in the last round, and we are going to add the single 11 O's all through this round till we reach this last 11 O here. We are going to add these all through this round until we reach this last 11 O here. Now here I am adding my last 11 O of this round. Like this, and stepping up into the first 11 O starlight. So here we just completed the second round on the back side. Now we are going to start our third round, and for this I'm picking up these two 11 O starlight and I'm passing through the next 11 O starlight of the pair, creating the herringbone stitch on the top, allowing it to sit like this. And now in our third round we are again going to follow the pattern that we followed on the front side. Here we are going to add the 11 O's, 11 O olivine, again 8 11 O's, 8 single 11 O's, then pair of 11 O, single 11 O, then pair of 11 O, then 4 single 11 O's, then pair of 11 O, single 11 O, then pair of 11 O, and then 8 single 11 O's. So here I'm starting this round with my single 11 O. Like this. This is my first single 11 O. This is my second single 11 O. Third single 11 O. Fourth single 11 O. Fifth single 11 O. Sixth single 11 O. Seventh single 11 O. And this is my eighth single 11 O. And now I'm going to add the pair of 11 O. So for this I'm picking up two 11 O's and I'm passing through this next 11 O olivine. Now single 11 O, again a pair of 11 O's, now 4 single 11 O. So this is my first single 11 O, second single 11 O, third single 11 O, and my fourth single 11 O, like this. So 4 single 11 O's, and now again a pair of 11 O's, now single 11 O, again a pair of 11 O's, and now 8 single 11 O's. So this is my first single 11 O, second single 11 O, third single 11 O, fourth single 11 O, fifth single 11 sixth, single 11 seventh, single 11 and eighth, single 11 like this. And here we have completed our round, our third round. And here you can see we added pairs, and now we have completed our third round. Now stepping up into the 11 starlight, again picking up a pair of 11 starlight and passing through this next 11 starlight, and here we have begun our fourth row. With this pair of 11 starlight we have begun our fourth row, and in our fourth row we are going to add our 2 beads as we did on the front side. So for this I'm going to add one 11 olivine first, like this. And now I'm going to add my 2 bead like this. I would be adding my 2 beads, and I would be adding these beads till I reach the bottom here. Now here I have reached this place where we added the pair of 11 olivine, you can see. So here, while adding this 11 this 2 bead, you're going to pass through the pair together, the two 11 in the pair together, as we did in the front side, like this. Now again picking up one 2 bead into the next 11 olivine, again picking up one 2 bead, passing through the pair together, both the 11 together like this. Now we have reached the bottom center, and here again we are going to add 1 2 3 4 and 5 beads. So after adding 2 beads we are going to add the pair of 11 as we did on the front side. So here I am adding my first 2 bead, my second 2 bead, now my pair of 11 now again 1 2 bead, now picking up another 2 bead, and now I will be passing through these two 11 together like this. And this way I'm going to add these 2 beads till I reach this last one here before adding the 11 olivine. Now here I have added all my 2 beads, and Right now I'm exiting through this last 11 row, and now I will pick up one 11 row olivine and pass through this next 11 row starlight and move up into the first 11 row starlight of our first pair, or this pair of this round. And after completing this round, this is the look. And now we have just completed our fourth round, and now we are to do our fifth round. So for starting our fifth round, I am again picking up this pair of 11 row starlight, and I'm going to pass through this next 11 row starlight like this. And now in this fifth round, we are going to add all 11 rows starlight. So here I'm picking up 11 row starlight and passing through this next 11 row olivine like this. Again picking up one 11 row starlight and passing through this next 11 row, this next 2 mm bead. Again picking up one 11 row starlight and passing through this next 2 mm bead. Again picking up this 11 row starlight, passing through this next 2 mm bead, and I would be adding these 11 row starlight all through this round. And again we have to keep in mind, on the top of these two 11 row olivine, we are going to add two 11 row starlight. On single olivine, we are on the top of single olivine, we are going to add single 11 row starlight as we did on the front side. So we are going to complete this round in the same way as we did on the front side and come back. Now here again we are going to add these 11 rows in this manner. On the top of single 11 row, we are going to add single 11 row starlight, and on the top of this pair of 11 row olivine, I'm going to add the pair of 11 row starlight as we did. You can see the front side as we did on the front side, and we are going to do this by following the same pattern as we did on the front side, and we are going to complete this round in this way. Once again I'm showing you this. You can see here on the top of these two 11 olivine, I have added the pair of 11 starlight. So this way we are going to do this. Now here we have reached the center, and here you can see we have these pairs of 11. So we are going to pass through this pair together like this, and now add on my rest of the beads. Now here I have reached the end of this round, and now I have picked up an 11 and stepping up into adding the 11 and stepping up into the first 11 of this pair of 11 starlight. And here after adding these 11 gold or 11 starlight, this is the look. You can see single 11 gold on the top of single olivine and the pair over the pair of 11 olivine. So here this way I have completed this round, and now we have reached the sixth round, and sixth round is the closing round. And now we are not going to add any bead, we are just going to close our shape here. And right now you can see that I'm exiting through this 11 starlight, and for closing the top I will pass through this top 11 of the sixth round on front and into the next 11 like this. And now we are going to take one bead of sixth round from the front side and add it to our fifth round of backside. Just now we added the top, and now after exiting through this 11O starlight, I am passing through the 11O olivine and into the 11O starlight. Here we have to keep our thread nice and tight. Again into the 11O olivine and into the next 11O starlight, into the 2 bead, into the 11O starlight, into the 2 bead, into the 11O starlight, again into the 2 bead, into the 11O starlight, 2 bead, 11O starlight, into the 2 bead, 11O starlight, get into the 2 bead, 11O starlight, 2 bead, 11O starlight, and now into the 3 bead or your 3 pearl, whichever you are using, and into the pair of 11O starlight. Again into the 3 pearl or 3 bead, into the 11O starlight, again into the 3 bead, into the pair of 11Os. So this way you can see we have closed this shape, and we would be doing this all through this round till we reach this last 11O olive. Now here I'm just about to finish my thread, so I'll just pass through this pair of 11O starlight and into the 2 bead, into this 11O olivine, and here I'm going to tie a knot in between these beads. Into the 11O olivine, a couple of 11Os, now I'm going to cut this off and add another thread. Now for adding the another thread here, just start from these two 11Os, into this 11O, and just tie a knot into the next 11O, and into this 11O, 2 bead, into the 2 11O starlight, and into the 3 mm bead into the 11 starlight and into the 3 mm bead, and now I will close it till the end of this side. Now here you can see I have reached the end of this round. Right now exiting through this 11 olivine and into this 11 starlight and into the 11 olivine and into this 11 starlight on the top. Now after closing you can see the shape. Now we are going to pass through all these beads on the corner, on the edge, and we are going to reinforce this round. So after exiting through this 11 I am once again passing through this 11 starlight into the 11 starlight down here, again into the 11 olivine, into the 11 starlight, into the 11 olivine, into the 11 starlight, into the 2 mm bead, again into the 11 starlight. So I'll be doing this all through this round. We are just reinforcing it. So we are going to do this all through this round, and but before this let us cut the tail off of the thread that we added, and let us complete this and come back. Now after reinforcing, here you can see what a beautiful teardrop shape we have got, and now you can see right now I'm exiting through this 11 starlight. Here I'm exiting through this 11 starlight, and now I'm going to pass through this top 11, and now I'm going to add my earpost stud. So for this I'm going to pick up one 2 mm bead and pass through this 11 gold. You can see this 11 gold, 11 starlight just behind this 11 olivine, like this. Again picking up one 11, one 2 mm bead and passing through the 11 starlight like this. Now I'm going to pass through all these 4 beads once again, like this. And down into the 11 starlight, into this 11 starlight, to the 11 starlight and the 2 11 olivine, and here I'm going to tie a knot. Like this, into the 11 olivine, and into the 11 olivine and the next 2 mm bead, like this. You can cut the thread off now. So here we have attached our earpost to our teardrop shape. Now we are going to embellish our teardrop with this beautiful filigree work, and now we are going to create this filigree work. This is the third part of this earring. Now for creating our filigree work, we have picked up these 4 beads, 1 11 starlight and 3 2 beads, and now I'm bringing them down towards the end of my thread. And then tying a double knot. Like this. Passing through this 11 starlight, pulling in the tail, and now again I'm picking up 3 2 beads and pass through this 11 starlight like this. Stepping up into these 3 beads and passing through all the 6 3 bead like this. All the 6 beads. Like this. And now you can see right now I'm exiting through this 3 bead, and now I'm going to pick up 3 15 gold, 1 11 olivine, and 3 15 gold. So here I have picked up these beads, 3 15 1 11 and 3 15 and I'm going to pass through the same bead like this into the next 2 bead, picking up 3 15 1 olivine and 1 15 Here I have picked up only 3 15 1 11 and 1 15 and now I will pass through the 2 15 here like this. Into the the 2 bead, into the next 2 bead, again picking up 3 15 1 11 and 1 15 3 15 1 11 and 1 15 as I'm passing through the 2 15 of the last set. It will make my 3 15 here, and I'm going to pass through this 3 bead through which I am exiting right now. Again into the next 2 bead. So you can see that I have added these beads round 1 2 3 green beads, and I'll be adding these embellishment round next 2 beads, not the third, not this last one. I'm going to add these embellishment round next 2 beads and come back. So here you can see that I have added these embellishment round 1 2 3 4 and 5 beads, and now I'm passing through the 6th 2 bead without adding any embellishment around it, stepping up into the first 3 15 picking up 315 gold, passing through this next 15, picking up 115 gold, and passing through the next 15 just before the 11. Now again picking up 315 and passing through the next 15 next to the 11, picking up 115 and passing through this 15 just before the 11. Again picking up 315 and passing through the 15 next to the 11, picking up 115 and passing through this 15 just before the 11. Again picking up 315 and passing through the 15 next to the 11, picking up 115 passing through the 15 just before the 11, and the last set of 315 and into the next 315 like this. You can see after adding these 15 into the 2 bead at the bottom, into the next 4 15s, into this middle 15, the second 15 out of the 3 that we added on the top of the 11, pick up 115 gold, pass through the same 15 like this, adding on top of it into the next 15. Now pick up 115, 13 bead or 13 pearl and 115. So here I have picked up these 3 beads, 115, 13 bead and 115, and now I'm passing through the first 15 of the 3 that we added here on the top of the 11, into the second 15 of this 3, the middle one, pick up 115 gold and pass through the same 15 like this, and into the third 15 of the same set, and now pick up 115 gold, 13 pearl or 13 bead and 115. These 3 beads, and into the first 15 of the next set of 3, into the second, the middle 15, pick up 115 and pass through the middle 15, the same through which I am exiting right now, into the third 15, again picking up 115, 13 bead and 115, these 3 beads, and into the first 15 of the next set, into the second 15, add the 15 over this second one, into the third 15, and again picking up 115, 13 pearl or 13 bead and 115. into the first 15 of the last set, into the second 15, pick up one 15 and add one 15 over here and into the next four 15s like this. And after completing this round, this is the look. Now pass through the 2 bead and into the next four 15s. Now pick up one 15 gold and pass through this 15 gold that we added. Again picking up one 15 gold and pass through this 15 and the next 15 that we added just before the 3 pearl, the two 15s here like this. Now pick up 5 15 gold two and 3 5, pass through the 15 next to this 3 pearl and the one next to it. Again pick up one 15 gold, pass through the 15 that we added. Again pick up one 15 and pass through these two 15s, this one down here and the one just before the 3 bead like this. Now again pick up 5 15s, 3 and 2 5 and pass through these two 15s next to the 3 bead. Picking up one 15 and pass through the next 15. Again picking up one 15 and pass through this 15 here. This one and the one above it. These two 15s. This 15 down here is the third 15 of the set of 3 that we added around this 11. Again, I'm going to add 5 15s round this bead, then one here, then 5 round this pearl, and one here and one here, and come back. Now here I'm adding last 15 of this round. So I added to this one, and now after picking this up, I'm passing through all the four 15s down here like this. And now I'm going to pick up two 15s and pass through these next four 15s. Again into the fourth one. After passing through all these 450 rows, I'm stepping up into these 350 rows. Into this 50 row, this one. Here you can see 1, 2. So I'm skipping these 1, 2, and I'm passing through these 350 rows here. Into the next 350 rows. And into the next 50 rows. So right now I have passed through in all 750 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And now stepping up into the 50 row that I added with the center 50 row. I'm picking up 350 row gold and passing through this next 50 row that I added in the last round, like this. And now passing through the first 50 row just before this 3 mm bead that I added with this 3 mm bead, up into all the 550 rows that I added round the 3 mm bead, and into the next 50 row that I added with this 3 mm bead. So in all I passed through the 750 rows, up into this first 50 row that I added here in the last round, again picking up 350 rows and passing through the second 50 row that I added in the last round here. Now again into the first 50 row that I added with this 3 mm bead, into the 550 rows that I added round the 3 mm bead, into the next 50 row that I added with the 3 mm bead, up into the first 50 row that I added here, pick up 350 rows, into the second 50 row that I added here, again into the 50 row that I added with the 3 mm bead, into the 550 rows that I added round the 3 mm bead, into the 50 row next to 3 mm bead, up into these 350 rows together. Here we are not adding any bead, like this, and into the first 50 row and pick up 250 row gold and pass through the first 50 row that we added down the 2 mm bead. Now after adding these 250 rows, here we are going to cut the tail off, and now we are going to attach it to our earring. So here you can see right now I'm exiting through this 15 row down this 2 mm bead, and now I'm going to add it here. Now I'm going to pick up 4 15-ohs and let us check which is our middle 3 bead. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. The sixth one is our middle 3 bead. So here I'm going to add these 15-ohs to this 11-oh just before the middle 3 bead. So here, after picking these beads up, I'm passing through this 11-oh. Let us check. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. This 11-oh before the sixth 3 bead, going back into the 3 15-ohs, not all the 4, only 3. Now picking up 3 15-ohs and into the 11-oh next to the sixth bead here, up into the 3 15-ohs, into this 15-oh, the fourth one that we added with the first set, and into this second 15-oh down the 2 bead, and now pick up 2 15-oh gold, and here 1 2 3 4. So I'm going to pass through the fourth 15-oh like this, and into the fifth 15-oh like this. Now pick up 4 15-oh gold, and we are going to pass through the pair of 11-oh starlight, pick up 1 15-oh, skip the last one and pass through the 3 15-ohs like this, and into the next 2 15-ohs like this. Now up into 1 2 3 and 4 15-ohs. So here I'm moving up into the 4 15-ohs, 3 15-ohs, and into the 4 15-oh. We passed through the 7 15-ohs in the last round. So fourth is the middle 15-oh of all those 7, and after exiting through this fourth 15-oh, I'm going to pick up 3 15-oh gold, and pass through this next pair of 11-oh starlight. Again pick up 1 15-oh gold and step up into the 2 15-ohs, the top 2 15-ohs here like this, into the 15-oh, and into the next 3 15-ohs, into these 315 like this. Now pick up 315 gold and here I'm going to skip this 11 and pass through the next one like this, going back into all these 315 and into the middle 15 like this, into the next two 15 into the next four 15 first one, second, third, and into the fourth one, the middle one like this. Now picking up 6 15 3 and 3 6 and skipping the 11 and passing through this next 11 starlight like this, going back into all the 6 15 and into the 11 sorry, the 15 the middle one here, into the next 3 15 into these 3 15 now we have reached the center, and here we are going to attach the center to this center 11 and for this we have to pick up the set of these beads, 2 15 1 11 olivine, 1 11 starlight, 1 3 per bead, 1 11 starlight, 1 olivine 11 and 2 15 and after picking up these beads we are going to pass through this center 11 starlight like this and back into all these beads like this, and into this middle 15. So you can see how we attached this filigree work to this teardrop on this side. We are going to attach it on the other side in the same manner, passing through these these two 15s up into three 15s and into the fourth one, the middle one. Again picking up 6 15s. Here we have picked up 6 15s, and if we count from the top, we have left here 1 2 3 4 5 6 11s, and we attached it to the seventh one. So again we are going to leave 1 2 3 4 5 6, and now I'm going to attach it to the seventh 11 like this. back into all the 6 fiftinos, down into the 15 and into the next 3 fiftinos, up through the next 3 fiftinos, and now pick up 3 fiftinos and skipping this 11, pass through the next one, into the 3 fiftinos, into this top 15, down through these 2 fiftinos, into this 15 just before the 3 bead, up into the next 3 fiftinos. Now again picking up 3 fiftinos, passing through this pair of 11 starlight, picking up 1 15, skipping this third one, passing through the first 2 fiftinos like this, into the 15 and into the next 3 fiftinos, into this 15, up into this one, into this and the third one, now again picking up 4 fiftinos and passing through this pair of 11s, picking up 1 15 and skipping this, passing into the next 3 fiftinos like this, and into the next 15 like this. Now we are going back into these 15s, into this 15, into the 11s, now into the 3 bead, into the 11 starlight, into the 2 bead, into the 11 olivine, and here tying a knot. So just tying a double knot here and passing through a couple of beads, and now Cutting the thread off. Just make sure that these beads fall in a straight line like this. Here again, just adjust it like this, and here. So this is our vintage teardrop dangler earrings in green color. Friends, here I am showing you another way of attaching the ear post to a teardrop. You can use either ways, the previous one or this one. Now for attaching our vintage teardrop dangler to this ear post, here you can see right now I'm exiting through this 11 starlight on the top, and now I'm going to pick up one 2 mm hydrospherical bead, 3 15 gold like this, and I'm going to pass through the bicon, again pick up 3 15 gold, and going back into the 2 mm bead that I just added to the first set of my bead into the 11 starlight, and I'm going to pass through all these beads once again. So into the 2 mm bead, into these 3 15 into the 4 mm bicon, down through these 3 15 gold, into the 2 mm bead, and into the 11 starlight underneath. So here you can see we have attached our ear post, and now we are going to tie a knot. So here I'm going down through these 11 starlight into these 11 starlight, 11 olivine green at the back here, and I'm going to tie a knot in between these 11's, double knot, and now passing through a couple of 11's like this, and cut the thread off. So friends, here we have attached our teardrop to our ear post in the second way that I am showing you in this video. You can use either ways, either the first one or this second one. So friends, here we have completed our vintage teardrop earring in olivine green color. Friends, here as I shown you in the video that I have used the Tohos for the base color. These 11 are Tohos, and for this side I have used the 2 mm bead for these earrings. But if you want to make this earring in Miyukis, then I would suggest you to use Miyukis for the side beads. As you can see, I have made this black dangler in Miyukis. The base color, that is the black beads, are the Miyukis. So I have used these side beads. You can see these are also Miyukis, because the 2 mm pearl would be 2 mm pearl or 2 mm bead would be slightly bigger than these Miyukis, and they won't fit well on the side, and you won't get the beautiful nice shape on these sides. So I would suggest, if you are going to make this earring in Miyukis, please use Miyukis for the sides, and if you are making with Tohos, then you can use 2 mm pearls or 2 mm hydro beads for these. Or if you don't have these 2 mm beads, you can also use these 11 Tohos for the sides. So we completed this green color earring in the video, and let us just go through the colorways. I had already shown you in the beginning of the video. This one is in pink and emerald green color contrast. The other one that I had shown you is in this ruby red color, and one more in this black and maroon color. So friends, I hope you would love and enjoy making these beautiful danglers. So friends, these are the long danglers, and they're going to complement your western as well as your traditional outfits. So I hope you would love making these beautiful danglers, these beautiful filigree danglers, or our vintage teardrop dangler. And if you like my designs and videos, please do subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you may get notified when I'll upload my next video. Thank you.